Do you love bridge? Do you want to play and watch a good and clean game? World Bridge Tour, this is how we play. Here are our values: fairness, adaptation, integrity, and respect. Play and watch events supported by the WBT, the Champions Cup aimed at the highest level, and the Challengers Cup for aspiring players. The Champions Cup events are the OCBL and the E-Open, both starting in January. The Challengers Cup events are your chance to compete for a spot in the Champions Cup and to play against the best in the world, coming soon to a screen near you. Interested? Find out more at www.worldbridgetour.org.
Go.
Hello, bridge lovers. Welcome with the World Bridge Tour. I'm here with Boye Brogeland and Thomas Charlsen, two of the founders of this new exciting project. Boye, Thomas, hello, nice to have you with us here.
Nice to see you, Stefan.
So before I ask you a couple of questions, I just want to say that we are broadcasting the exhibition pairs event WBT Top 16 with some very interesting players playing, and that event will start in about 30 minutes. We'll show it live. We'll have Zia later for the video commentary. But before that, with Boye and Thomas, we'll discuss what is behind this project and what is it aiming. So Boye, what is WBT? What is the World Bridge Tour?
Well, the World Bridge Tour is a project that we started this fall. It started. We started a company the 12th of October, I think it was, Thomas Charlsen and myself, with the aim of with the World Bridge Tour being a brand in World Bridge Holding. That was our company starting, and it spans on trying to make an arena for bridge players at all levels, really, to be able to play incredible tournaments and really enjoy bridge as it should be enjoyed and play bridge as it should be played. So we really hope that this can be something that can be interesting and exciting for people, and not only the people playing there, but also the kibitzer, the spectators. We would like to have for these. So we're really trying to create something new and better than what has been in the bridge.
And is this only intended for online, or it has some meanings to go live when live bridge returns?
Well, it's starting with online bridge, but this is not just the project. It's not something we go into just we think it's going to last half a year or 1 year or 2 years. This is something that we have is a long-term commitment, something that we really hope that can be also working in for live tournaments. But for the moment, it's online tournaments, and that's really what we have at this point.
Okay, I'll ask you in a minute, what is it so different from what, for example, ACBL or what the European Bridge League provide in terms of live events. But in the meantime, Thomas, hi. I know you obviously very well. You're a top bridge player, but for most of the bridge community, you're not that much known like Boye is, especially after the 2015 cheating scandals. So how and why are you involved in this?
Oh, it started back in 2015 for me as well, Stefan. I was going under the radar, but I was doing a lot of investigation back in 2015 and helping Boye out when he started on his mission. But I've been always very silent about it because I always thought it would be good to have investigators with long years that nobody knew about. So I stayed out of public with everything at all time. And basically that's when things started over again now in 2020. It was the same at the beginning. But you know, when you do this work, it's really long days. You're talking about maybe 17 to 20 hours of work. And occasionally you just go to sleep. And on this occasion, I also woke up again with just like a clear mind that it feels like all the work that we're putting down into it was for nothing. So if we're putting down this work, we should be for something that could lead to something sustainable for bridge. So we don't have to do a repeat every 5 years. So then I had the idea about the World Bridge Tour started, and I was working on the concept for maybe a couple of months, discussing a little bit with Boye and other people, and well, that was the short version.
Okay, so you're a team, and I know there are other co-founders. Can you tell us a couple of words about them?
Yes, Boye and I are sole co-founders, but we have like a third partner coming in. His name is Martin Andresen. He's an avid bridge player. He played on my team in the Premier League here in Norway, on the winning team, by the way. So, and he's very keen to become a really, really top player, playing quite a few boards with Helgemo these days.
And I heard that he's been the captain of the Norwegian football team, which means that it might be a good promotion for bridge outside the bridge scene.
He's a multi-talented. He played for Wimbledon in the Premier League. He was captain of the Norwegian football team. He's also a national champion in squash here in Norway. So,
The guy's really multi-talented.
Yes, yeah. And business-wise, he has a company here in Norway. It's a huge company, well known here in Norway, which he is the main shareholder and a CEO of. So he knows how to run business, and he got strong connections that we hope will be useful for this project.
Yeah, sounds great, because you need a good management to run such projects, and his experience will definitely be helpful. So I can't wait to have him here in the studio one day so he can tell us from first person what he thinks about this. In the meantime, Boye, I hope you have an answer to the question, how is WBT better than anything else that exists now?
I think we can start a little bit with what has happened both in 2015 and now in 2020. I think we've seen that the way bridge is organized through the main bridge organization that we have, like the WBF, the EBL, and the ACBL, when it comes to cheating and when it comes to these kind of irregularities and ethics, the system doesn't work. And I saw that in 2015, and I see the same thing now. And this time around, even the bridge organizations say that we don't have any jurisdiction. They don't want to take part in the online bridge, or they didn't want to take part, at least from the start, in online bridge and policing the game. So these are the things that happen, I think, when the game is not policed, and also when the organizations are not willing to take action, even when the evidence are quite clear, but their main thing is just to continue as we have been doing, have the status quo, and just sweep things under the rug. And then you get into these kind of mess that we saw both in 2015 and that we definitely saw now also in 2020 for internet bridge. So we need change. We need something to happen. And this, I think, with the system that we are trying to set up, would really focus on fair play, focus on being able to take action, like use statistics and use the best players around to look at stuff. I think this has potential. If we get the bridge community behind us, I think we can do something really good for bridge, for the future of bridge.
And we, the bridge organizations, the bridge people, tend to be weak in when we go to court. So I know that you have a solution for that. For me, this is the most interesting part. Maybe you can tell us more about that, Thomas?
Yes, sure. I mean, we put together a legal framework for our company. We have established a Norwegian company, and all legal issues will be dealt with in Norway. That's one of the main reasons that we have made these player contracts. So our obligations are clear to everybody, and also the players participating in WBT tournaments know exactly what we can look into and what we cannot look into. So it's a fair rules for absolutely everyone. And obviously, we don't want to go to court either. I mean, nobody wants to go to court. So hopefully, the system we have put together, I think it's fair for everyone. And As you could see, looking at our committees, neither Boye nor I are participating in anything. So if we do have players inside that is challenged maybe for, let's say, for cheating, or it could be other unethical methods being rude, things like that, it's not my word, it's not Boye's word. It's like the committee's word. We're not going to overrule it. So we will stay out of what's happening inside the WBT. We will have other people sort that out for us. And that will provide us an ability at, let's say there's going to be an appeal, where we will in a way be neutral and see it with new eyes as owners. So we try to find a resolution out of a court. So I think our setup is really good, to be honest with you. We spent like 3.5, 4 months working on it with a top-notch lawyer team.
If you're happy with it, that's a good start. I know that you have two committees. You mentioned that you have one committee of players for the fair play side of the game and another one for the more serious cases, right?
That is correct. So we have the investigation committee that is looking into all kind of cases, and it's going to look into those cases anonymously. So when we're filing a report or a conclusion, it goes to the Fair Play Committee for a decision. But the Fair Play Committee will not know the name of the player or players involved when they make the decision.
Okay, so here I'm starting with the tough questions. Boye asked me to go straight with them. So Boye, there are some comments, especially on bridge winners. People don't trusting in your system. How do you catch cheaters? How do they appeal? How we can trust this system? Is that sheriff thing working anymore? So what do you have to say about this? Why do we should trust you, and what is the system to appeal these decisions?
Well, when it comes to trust, I think it's important to see what has happened in the past. I think if you go back and see what I did in 2015 and see what I've done since 2015 and also what we're doing now, I think it's people can trust whoever they want to trust, but I think actions speak in a way much louder.
I didn't mean that much as a person. The bridge community, the majority of the bridge community loves you, and those who don't have some different problems. My point is from a legal point of view, from transparency point of view. How can people trust that the system works and your examination process is right and you haven't accused someone clean and cheating?
Sure, but I think it very much come down to the people involved also. I think if you look at the committees and you look at the people behind, I think it's because it's not going to be, as you say, all not everything is going to happen in the open, exactly, to avoid all of these legal issues that I think, like I'm very happy to do everything publicly in a way, but if you see what happened in the past and you see this problem with the legal issues, I think that you need to actually to take it inside the system in a way rather than to do everything, and for example on bridge winners or whatever. So I think the same thing as I say for myself. I think that they should judge it by our actions and see how it works. Like, to me now, it can just say, no, this will work or this will not work. It will just be words. I would like people to see that this is something when they can see that it works, they can see there will be credible events. There will be that we will take action when stuff happening. We will not like get things under the rug and try to avoid bad publicity in a way. This is not how we will handle stuff. We will try to be open and honest about things, but we cannot handle everything in the open and then for this to be like some sort of public trial about all of these things. That just doesn't work, I think, for these things.
So it will rather work by registration and agreeing with the terms and conditions with the league, and people become members, and you may eventually disqualify them from having a membership.
Yeah, but right? Everybody is welcome to join the WBT. Everybody can send their application into us, and we'll look through it. But we look through every application. We look through it individually. We make it could be statistics. It could be various stuff. Like it could be disciplinary actions from various bridge federations. There's so many things. It could be that we know people don't behave well, or they have some sort of disciplinary things against them, or those kind of things. There's so many things here that can be viewed when we will decide if we can let someone in, if we want to make an agreement with them, if we want to make a contract with them. You see, there's so many things here. So it's hard to say that this will be the crucial point, that this will not. We will view every case individually, and if we feel that they comply to what we think about bridge, if we think they will follow like our fair play rules, where we say this is how we play, they will become members. And if we don't think that it will work, I'm sorry, we can't let them in our project.
I understand. So, Thomas, I'm not a member of the WBT yet, funnily enough. I'm a bit scared to apply because I may not get approved, but I'll try eventually. So tell me what process am I going through? Boye said that anyone can be a member. Am I paying money? How should I register? What happens then?
Yeah, you sign up on our site, worldbridge2.org. The membership is free, at least for now. We hope to make it sustainable, getting revenues from other sources. Registration is basically you need to click on the join button. You need to fill in an application form, providing the correct email address and your telephone number. So we are making like unique users at all time, where you need to have your phone to log in. That is, of course, for security measures later on, that we know who's going to play, who's going to watch, things like that.
Just one moment about this verification, because I had a couple of people asking me, where is my SMS? And I'm saying, what SMS are you looking for? So there is some verification SMS which doesn't come automatically.
Yes, right? Unfortunately, we decided a bad time to launch this project. Normally it should take 6 months when you start something until you launch, but we decided to go for 2021. So there will be some bumps, and unfortunately we got it now during Christmas time, and most of them are with the SMS codes. Most of them comes actually because people have removed the country code. So basically the system cannot recognize in which country the phone number is located.
So this is important. Then they should put in the country code and then their number all together, and then they'll get the SMS.
Yeah.
And then you look at their profile and you say either you're a member or not, right?
Yeah, what happened for you is that now you fill in the form. After that, we send a verification email. When you click on that, it links you to your cell phone where you're entering a code. Once you have done that, you have applied for the account at the WBT and a membership, but you have your account verified. Thereafter, we will manually look into your application and do, to some extent, as due diligence on each applicant. And then we will decide manually, and we will inform all the players by email.
Okay.
At this moment, we hit more traction than we were hoping for, which obviously is very good. But now it could be for like something like 24 to 48 hours before we manage to get around everyone.
Okay, so people, you should apply, and if you don't get a quick response, don't worry, you'll get it within 24 hours. And if you don't, then start to worry maybe, and then you can approach me and ask me what is wrong with this thing.
Yeah.
Boye,
Stefan, sorry to interrupt. We have one question from the chat. Someone is asking, is there any reason to join if I'm mostly interested in watching and not in playing?
I would say yes, there is. I think there is very likely that we will provide streaming services as we see today behind the wall. It could come to that for some of the competitions. So I think there will be an increased offer behind the membership.
Thank you.
But it's not 100% decided yet. At this moment, if you just want to watch, it's unnecessary, but it could become necessary in weeks or months.
Thanks.
But maybe we should also mention something there about our events. Like because we may have both events for like the top notch level, and also for other levels. So what we said is that for the top level, we would have what we call the Champions Cup, and those tournaments will mainly be OCBL tournaments and E-Open tournaments, in addition to our own tournament through our company WBH, World Bridge Holding. So, but in addition to that, we will then start with the Challengers Cup, which is the one for for all tournaments players really. And those will start a little bit later. We'll probably come up with more information in the middle of January. The Champions Cup kind of starts already with with this, or with the first OCBL tournament in January, the 4th of January. But please have a lookout for the Challengers Cup tournament, where will be for all levels. So, and this thing is a new thing. We've seen these other events. We've pretty much seen in 2020 with the OCBL and other ones that have these, like the Alt events also, and E-Open events. But for 2021, we will have the really new one is the Challengers Cup in a way.
Yeah, and to my heart, it's the most important tournament, because that is for the general bridge player, because the top level community is rather closed. It's difficult to get an entry into that and work your way into that. So now we are trying to create an arena where people could be trying, competing, getting more friends, see that they can make their way up to the stars. And actually, we have in the Challengers Cup, there will be awards allowing you to enter tournaments within the Champions Cup. So you can try out and play against the best and see how you will do. And this is the story for myself, and I think Boye feels the same, is the journey that we had from being young boys, being beginners at the game, to where we are today. We would like to help people out achieving the same. That's the main point behind the Challengers Cup.
Yeah, definitely. So if I have to answer the question to the person in the chat, even if you're not intending to play, just to support this great idea, you can consider becoming a member. And I'm sure that Boye and Thomas will appreciate that a lot. I'm personally not playing yet. I have to run these shows, but I'll become a member just to show support, obviously. Guys, we are running out of time. I thank you very much for this presentation. This will be a long and difficult journey. I'm sure you know that very well. So down from the bottom of my heart, I wish you the very best of luck. And I'm sure that it will be a success. It will just take time, so don't lose your faith. This is a great thing you're doing. We will be back in 5 minutes, everyone. We will have a little video break now, and you'll see me and Mr. Grosse in a few minutes.